He's a pro, currently ranked number 4th in the PBA, and that's his lowest ranking since they started ranking the players. He will go up against, of course, Mike Miller, the 39-year-old out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. 3 career titles. He has over $500,000 in prize money. Walter Ray will be the first to bowl. Oh, yes.
Oh, don't want to open with a blowout 7-10 first ball. Got a good break. Something came over and took out the 10. Watch this. Look at that ball hooking the back end. Nice soft speed. And a whole lot of shaking going on. But there's a couple pins left, and thank God the head pin came over, took the 10 out.
And Mika, not a way to start out with the big 4.
Walter Ray changes balls to a ball that doesn't hook, straight and hard at the 7 pin. And this is what I don't understand. Mika had a shot to waste the last game. The last 2 balls he threw on the right lane both went high. And this would be the last thing I would have expected him to do. A couple different ways to make the big 4. In any case, it's not real easy to make. I've only made 1 in my entire career.
Have you really?
Yes.
Now, making a split is not easy, especially on television. Only 3 of the 30 TV splits have been converted. As we take a look at Mike Miller for the first time, flew his wife Jody in early this morning to watch this final. Very confident man, very quiet, but as you told me earlier, he may be calm and collected outside, but he is intense on the inside.
Well, you know, the other thing too is Mike Miller doesn't use his thumb, and that's something that you might want to watch closely. He uses his pinky and his ring finger.
Walter Ray has been here before, the 40-year-old, now living in Ocala, Florida, nicknamed Deadeye. And there you can see the thumb out as we look at the spare maker.
Well, the key pin here is the 9 pin. You got to throw a hook at this spare because the ball has got to go through the 3, the 6, and cover the 9. Unfortunately, that was a little too far left, chopping the 10.
Leaves the first frame open.
Now this looks really good, and then all of a sudden the ball just flips just a little too hard in the back end, missing the 10 pin.
Walter Ray, our leader. Kouvieniemi down by 12 pins already here after just 1 frame.
Hello. He had a couple of friends down there that were looking to take out the 10.
What is finish for oh yeah?
Let's see. I got there written down somewhere. But hang on. Watch the action of the head pin. Goes to the sidewall. Runs into another pin. There's 2 of them over there looking to do a little damage to the 10. Get out of there, you punk. Oh, yeah, and he likes it.
Miller.
Oh.
10 won't fall.
Well, I like to call Mike Miller the Zen digit master because he only uses the 2 fingers. And when you only use 2 fingers, there's you can put some serious stuff on a bowling ball. Oh, and this time he does leave the blowout 7-10.
Have the lanes changed that much, the condition from that first match to now?
Well, I think they're breaking down a little bit, but, you know, you're talking about 2 different players. You know, Mika's still playing the lanes similar to what he did the first game, but you've got Mike Miller who's left of Mika. You've got Walter Ray that's right, going slower and more around. When you shoot a 7-10, this is what you do. You throw it really hard at one of those pins and hope to bounce it out.
Ooh, not today. 880-plus frames have gone by on television, and we've only had 3 converted.
Either that or you have a friend in the back with a black rubber hose, and when you shoot at one, he smacks at the other.
That'll work.
Now, Mika, big 4 last time on lane 32. Let's see what kind of adjustment he makes.
Almost went to Brooklyn.
Yeah, and it almost looks like he's afraid to move into the center part of the lane for fear of his ball not hooking.
When you have that ounce of fear creep in, though, isn't that deadly?
Well, yeah, what happens is you start to be unsure of what the ball is going to do when it leaves your hand, and then it makes it that much more difficult to throw it good.
Oh. Mike Miller won the 91 National Championship. Was bowling very well coming into this final. Jumped from 15th to 5th. Averaged 235 during that span in the later rounds. Kouvieniemi.
All right. Everybody's got an open frame. This is still anybody's ball game. Mike Miller catching a great break, only leaving the 8 pin. You notice with only using your fingers and not your thumb, you create a lot of hook and a lot of revolutions. Problem is, when one gets away from you, it could be real ugly.
Well, he dropped the thumb back in 1990, and just a couple of weeks ago, he went to the pinky and the ring finger, and you can see right now Mike Miller, Kouvieniemi, and Walter Ray all even as we head to frame number 4. So maybe we'll start a little concentration now. Everybody knows they're right back in it.
Well, you know, it's all even, but Walter Ray, the only player who has hit the pocket every ball. Oh, yeah. All right. He says, okay, I hit the pocket 4 balls. I've got 2 strikes and 1 open. Not real good, but I'm hitting the pocket at least. This is high flush. 7 pin the last to go. Now Mika on the left lane.
He almost bowls with more confidence on that lane.
Well, right now, you know, he's hit the pocket on the left lane. He's got 2 strikes on that lane. The right lane is the lane that's giving him problems right now.
And Mike Miller.
Mike Miller just went to a ball change. To a ball that hooks less than the one he was using. I look for him to go a little bit straighter with this. He did.
Of course, Mike's sister, Dana Miller-Mackey, a multiple winner on the women's tour. Also living in Albuquerque. Mike and his brother-in-law now operating new lanes in the Albuquerque area.
I tell you, it's a real scary feeling when right before you go on and you're not real sure about your ball reaction. This guy's real sure about his ball reaction.
Well, you know, he said he's been struggling this year. One of the reasons is because of the lane conditions.
Yeah, well, you know what? He got zoned in 2 weeks ago at the Masters, and he's starting to be the Walter Ray of old.
30 titles for Walter Ray, 31 seconds in singles tournaments. First player ever to break $2 million. He did it back in 1997. But when you talk about big years, that's this man. Kouvieniemi, almost $45,000 in earnings this season.
Last 2 shots have been high. He's going to move left on the approach. Control the hook. Perfect. That's what he was looking for. He wanted to make the move in, and if that ball doesn't hook, then he's lost. The ball did what he was hoping and what he thought it was going to do. A lot of times it's guessing, you know, well, maybe move a board here, a board there, 2 boards here, 2 boards there. A lot of times it's just guesswork.
Miller looking to get in the hunt. Ooh. Oh, my.
All right, Mike.
That was an interesting move.
Attaboy. Watch the action of the head pin here. It's going hunting. A lot of times the head pin goes in front of the 10, and that's definitely not being your friend.
Well, that dog wouldn't hunt, that's for sure. Miller for the spare, and he cleans it up. We have bowled 5 frames in round number 2. Miller down by 12, but Walter Ray, Williams, and Mika Kouvieniemi are all tied for the lead. We'll be back right after this.